You're listening to the No Tekkers podcast.
No Tekkers podcast.
No Tekkers.
What? Man said Bon Gerard. Is he
The No Tekkers podcast.
Come on, man. Let's get it.
Right. The No Tekkers podcast, episode 37. I'm your host, Braz. Got my co-host here, Quartz
Happening.
and PSC, aka
the stats,
Mr. Bond.
stats.
The stats.
Can I do it?
Go on.
We got special guests in the building.
Go on, do the honors.
Mr. You want to introduce yourself?
Brumtown's finest.
I was hearing original Wonder Kick shouts.
I ain't gonna lie.
Brum.
I got a story to
Original
tell.
Wonder Kid.
I got a story to tell.
The first through the Birmingham ranks to really boss it.
Did he retire your number? I'm just asking, innit? Just for clarification.
It should have though. 25 was it? 25 innit?
25, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
The Sone Aluko.
Yeah, man.
Jeez. Welcome.
coming.
Thank you.
How you feeling, man?
I'm good. It's good to be back here. Good to be back in Birmingham.
Chief was saying you had some stuff to say to get off your chest today. So
I saw the screenshot. To be fair, man. I had to let the man them know.
He's going for all the smoke.
What are you like to do on here? Yes. Criminal.
Oh, mate.
before we get started, I got a story to tell you. You probably won't remember this, but my first game I went to watch. My Bridgen played for Blues, the same team as you, yeah.
Okay.
And he started centre back.
Who's this?
He's gonna
Not gonna name no names.
no, he'll remain nameless
Okay.
because I don't know what dirt you might have.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
My age group.
Yeah. Same team. So I think he played Southampton first.
He was a centre back, you said, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it is already.
Yeah. You probably know, yeah. And
Is that off air conversation?
no. This is the first, like, I'm fresh from yard, innit? So I came to watch, like, his dad wanted to get me into Blues, innit? So I've gone there now just to see what it is. This is my first experience of academy, like, football, innit? Gone there now. I'm thinking, yo, this is black up front, you know, Mazza, you know, in the brown, man, had some brown night boots on at the time. I don't know what there was, but I just know I seen them on the advert, you get me? Yo, this left footed done's moving, man. Come to find out, man, like Aluko, you know, I was like,
When I saw the competition, I was like, yo, is that level?
yeah. It's mad, isn't it? So, yeah, man, so talk us through, like, well, first of all, how did you get into football? Or did you come from a footballing family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big football, sport family. So most people know my older sister played as well. So
Yeah.
back then, just me and her. Mom, dad, everyone loved football. So I can't really remember when I first fell in love with football. I just knew that football was my thing. It's a thing that was on the TV and people got passionate about.
Do you remember your first time you, like, kicked the ball?
No.
Like,
Outside.
outside?
can you?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Like,
Started late,
fam.
boy.
I can remember the first time I played
Barefoot?
against someone, but not first time I kicked the ball, but first time I've competed against somebody else.
Yeah.
I remember it was a squash court on Rotten Park Road, and there was two other kids in the court, and then they got like a tennis ball, and me and my sister against them two.
Yeah.
And obviously
Smash them.
curtains for them.
Man, killing dreams from early.
Must have been about 4 or 5 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real
Bro.
young. But I remember thinking, oh, I'm actually, they can't get the ball back.
Yeah.
Was your sister carrying the team at the time?
Carrying.
She's
She's at 6 at this point, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
at that age, like girls, boys, don't make a difference, doesn't it? So
Yeah. So when did you get drafted into Blues? Like, how did that come about?
I was playing for Kings Heath Concord. So I did
Shout out them, Kings Heath Concord.
Big
Are they
team.
still about?
still about.
Oh, yeah.
I actually sponsored them a few years ago. They
Yeah.
were like in a bit of financial trouble, so I had like a shirt sponsor. 2 years, I think I did it.
Nice.
Went to their
Big that.
trophy day when they give out the trophies in the season. Went
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
season
yeah, yeah.
awards. That was good to see.
Is the coach still there and everything?
No, not the ones from when I was there.
Okay.
But same club. So that was good just to be around the Sunday League vibes again when you're just playing with your boys and having fun.
Yeah.
I was playing school football and with Kings Eve, so I played a year of Sunday League and it must have been, averaging 3-4 goals a game. But back then it was just the same goal over and over and over and over.
Over the top route one.
Route 1.
Run onto the area and then clot it.
No finesse needed. And then with my school team. So my school team was like really good. We went to national tournament. I think it was sponsored by Adidas Product at the time. We got semi-finals. So then, so from that I got scouted for Birmingham. So that was when I was 8, under 9s. Scouted for Birmingham. Then
Oh, so you made the full journey.
the full journey.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's mad.
Man lived down the road from the training ground, everything.
Yeah, that's
So
that's
I was
big
from,
still.
when it was Centre of Excellence, and then it became an academy. So I was there from the beginning.
Yeah.
Just working my way through all the age groups, and
Like I said, the original.
eventually got to the first team.
Yeah. Nice. What was the transition from academy to first team training?
That was, so I was, as soon as I became a scholar, kind of had like a month of, I did pre-season as a
Yeah.
academy player
He was the manager at the time?
of the first team.
Yeah.
Steve Bruce.
Okay, cool.
So I did like a
Shout
month.
out Steve Bruce, though.
Yeah, Steve Bruce is, what's my career? Helps.
Yeah. It left too early still.
Yeah.
Left too early. McLeese didn't love me, fam.
Oh yeah, we need to discuss your career. There's some holes in your story.
Is it this or
Muffin. Yeah, really,
So did pre-season with the academy, and then I think there was like probably one under-18s game I played. Then I played a reserve game, and that was against Man United away. This was early on in the season. And Steve Bruce came to the game, obviously because Man United guy.
Yeah.
Alex Ferguson, all the players there. And I played.
So it was at Man United.
It was away to Man United.
Did you know it was coming?
No idea.
No.
He said, "Oh, you played in the reserves." So it was a midweek game, and then played as a striker, maybe number 10. Obviously, I was a Man United fan when I was younger, so I'm thinking, this is going to give it everything.
Yeah.
Alex Ferguson's there.
You're trying to make a move in it.
So did well in that game.
Yeah.
About maybe more than a week, a couple of weeks later, the kit man came and told me I trained with the first team. So I started training with the first team a little bit, and then maybe it must have been about Octoberish. It was, are you travelling with the first team at the weekend against Arsenal? This was when it was back at Highbury.
Yeah.
So the kit man saying something like, "These guys talking rubbish." Remember Dennis?
Man, like Dennis.
So like, Dennis is a bit old. Maybe he's misheard something.
He's that kind of guy.
So I'm thinking, I wait for the manager to tell me, and then so I'll go out to train and heading towards like the academy pitches. They're like, no, you were the first team today. And then after the session, manager told me, you'll be travelling on tomorrow, something the Thursday session, travelling up to Arsenal. I'm 16. I haven't got a clue at what's going on.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Had you been offered your pro already by then, or it came after that?
Yeah, I've been offered the 1 year scholar, 2 year pro, maybe 3 year pro.
Probably free because I got free.
Yeah, 1 year scholar. 1 year scholar, 3 years.
I got free. Must be nice.
Worse.
Even that, like
Yeah, there's something as well I didn't
you
know.
didn't know what was going on. You just feel like 1 year scholar, 1 year pro. But by that point, I've had we had the England call up, so the Victory Shield, and then agents just every week, phone call, ringing, belling off, ringing, email, whatever. Called my mum. So I'm like, okay, we need to sit down and actually do the agent interview process and try and do we need an agent? Because club is saying you don't need an agent. I'm like, it's in their interest to say that.
Yeah.
Eventually got one, so I went with a good agency, and then they started negotiating my pro, and I just remember my mum coming back and was like, this agent's savage.
I say you know you got a good deal.
Put the pro on the table, and he just looked at it and pushed it back like, that's not going to be enough. And I'm like, it's messed up my deal.
In the back of your mind,
you're
panicking.
Heart drops, you know. Like,
I'm going to go to training tomorrow. Like, man's going to think I'm big time, but that wasn't me, that was him, man. But anyway, so.
is it Raiola by any chance?
To be fair, he's a big boy agent now.
Yeah.
He's got some big players, so he's done well. But yeah, so that was on the bench. Back to the Arsenal game, back at the bench, first team. Travelled down to London, stayed at a hotel. And even like the hotel room, I've never been in a hotel room so nice. I'm like, geez, this is how they're living. Like, I was running £90 a week. Buy one pair of trainers, that money's done. Trying to make it trying to make it stretch a couple of weeks. And then just on the bench. And then from there, just started training with the first team more and more. To be honest, I didn't really love it. I used to go into the training room, like the training ground. I had a first team locker. I used to take my kit early and just go back to the academy boys and chill with these lot.
Oh, you was actually in the first team?
I was like, actually, I never told you lot.
Listen, I never told you.
I didn't want to hurt your feelings. It took me a minute to get into that stage, I can't lie.
You know why? Because they used to bully me in there.
I can't believe it.
Used to be, like even that game, I'll sit down and the coach would get up,
Make the tees.
Make the tees.
Yeah.
Bro, from Birmingham to London, I don't think I sat down more than 10 minutes.
You remember Neil, the physio?
With long hair.
Fam, he stuck it on me. I ain't gonna lie. Newcastle.
These are stories we heard.
I forgot. He just reminded me. So remember the
Exclusive.
the 5-1 Newcastle. I travelled for that game.
Oh, okay.
The FA Cup.
Yeah.
And after the game, the young boy you're supposed to help with the kit and all that.
Yeah, I was kit man.
I didn't know this.
But they didn't tell us. This is
You see what I'm saying? So obviously I'm got showered, done whatever. I'm on the coach chilling. Oof. And then Neil's come on the coach.
Rookie.
And he's like this close to me, screaming in my face.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking he's bantering, like I'm smiling at him and I'm laughing.
Nah, you made him more angry, innit?
Yeah, so then I'm turning red. I'm like, oh, he's being serious.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't know what to say. And I can see other first teamers looking at me like, I was like, yeah, I messed up still. This could be my last game still.
Did you get off the coach?
I couldn't. He's got it done.
So why is he screaming?
That's why he's screaming, because he had to do everything.
Oh, bro.
What's his job though?
He's not. He's a physio.
Oh, fair enough. So where's the kid, man?
I don't know, but that's what I in my head, I'm thinking I'm here to be part of the first team.
Nah, that's the way. So they call him this kit
But
man,
that's what I'm saying.
drinks man,
The team,
boy.
the team, man.
Young boys these days, they don't know.
I was
how
just a
we
water
had it.
boy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't know how I had it.
But I didn't know that at the time. Oh yeah.
But it keeps you humble.
Did you get gifted any boots when he was cleaning like an ex-man's boots?
No, I didn't.
Nah, we didn't have to clean boots though. There was actual boot cleaner.
Oh,
we had a
okay,
big
What was
okay.
his name?
Oh, there was an actual person.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we had like there's a first team boot room, and then there's a guy that works in the boot room.
I remember someone who won't name him locked him in the boot room in our age group.
Yeah, yeah. I think you know him still. We'll talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
I was naughty.
So when you made the pro, obviously you was in the England setup before that.
Yeah.
What was that experience like joining like an elite bunch of players from the country?
It was the first time you really got to see like, okay, can I really cut it against the
best of the best.
best of the best? Because obviously, like you said, in Birmingham, you knew there were a few names around. Like James Vaughan was a year older than me, so he had a bit of a name. Obviously, Studge was the killer of Birmingham.
I ain't asking no more, bro. I ain't asking no more.
These young pops don't know about.
It's not young pops.
That young pop.
Listen, this is saying. All I'm saying is I never witnessed it with my eyes, so I like to ask people their experience of.
Up until from reserve down, a cheat code. Fake.
I think that's the best description I've heard.
Like, I used to go in games, England, no matter who were playing, were 1-0 up. He will score.
Really?
So when the other team scored, I was like, at some point he will score, so it's calm. Until like, the only team we had was France, and who's the boy that came to Man United? Obertan. Remember
Yeah.
Obertan and David and Gog went to Liverpool.
Yeah.
They were in 89 age group.
Yeah.
And we played against them. Incredible. So when they came to England, I was like, oh my gosh, these two are going to do bits. But Storage was, my age group was very good, to be fair.
Yeah.
I had Scott Sinclair, Fabian, Storage.
It's not about my age group over yours, to be honest.
Nah, we're bad. James Tompkins.
We'll talk about after.
Henry.
You had good names.
Victor
but-
Moses.
No.
Yeah, but I
We'll talk
Ryan
about-
Bertrand.
We ain't got time to go for all of this. So we'll do it after.
The majority of my age group made it to championship and above.
Yeah. But at that time, we was better. We just
Yeah.
got done dirty. I'll be honest. There's a lot of my age group that got done dirty, including
You lot
myself.
used to play up, to be fair. A lot of used to come to
Yeah.
our age group,
And we
Oh,
made
yeah,
it better.
Storage was. I used to think it was 1-0, and I was like the 10. I'm like, this guy's perfect for assist, but he could do left foot, right foot, heading, movement, pace, strength, game understanding. It was.
I'm going to start asking now.
I've not seen anything.
Who would you say was someone that, like, obviously Studge is like well known amongst bar courts. Who would you say was someone that was ability crazy, but people don't really know?
From like England.
Yeah.
So,
Well, from
Who you've played with?
yeah,
from I've played with.
because I assume once you hit England, you obviously quality back then anyway.
There was a few.
Saying few men got called in a few favors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. There was some who peaked early, and some who
Just
I'm
weren't good.
surprised by how their career ended. Like who was like Dan Gosling came to England squads, never really played.
It was my age group, innit?
Was it your age group? Oh, maybe that's why I didn't really see him like that. But he wasn't.
It was just because he was playing first team. That's all it was. He
Yeah,
weren't-
but I rate him as a player. Like,
yeah, he got better as
He's got a lot better. But the youth
when he
team
first
age-
came in. He was playing right back in that. That's why.
Okay, so then there was players like Mikel Forsell. I thought was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, remember him?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like injuries robbed him of being
Yeah.
a very very good Premier
You could definitely see why he was at like Chelsea and that.
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Yeah,
Forsell was good.
yeah.
But
Oh, bro, I forgot about my man.
bad injuries. Yeah,
And he worked hard.
Phew.
Like, hard.
Like,
Like, you know how they talk about Cristiano Ronaldo and that. with
Yeah,
bag of
Forsell
balls
was
and-
like that.
Yeah. He was
He was
that
on
guy.
them levels.
Yeah.
To be fair, I remember his name was ringing bells at one point, like
Yeah,
to go to a
remember that
big.
season when he was just banging for
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Had great feet.
I think it was the start of the season he was injured as well. And I
Injured
remember
the whole career.
I remember with this, I watching him doing, when he put out the cones, he dribble through the cones, and shoot. But at the start, he was missing, like way over the bar, and hair wide, and I was thinking, bro, who's this guy? And then like a month later, same session I saw him, I was like, bro, yeah.
He looked sharp.
He was one of the
He's
ones when I
proper.
went into the first team. I was like, okay, that's how to be a pro. There's so much things I didn't understand. It was like, okay, the way he gyms, the way he just finishing sessions, the way he just conducts himself. Okay, that's one. Players who Jermaine Pennant should have been England winger.
Yeah,
Frightening ability.
Yeah.
His crossing. It was
Well, absolute
it's
cannon.
a big statement, say, but it's as good as Beckham's crossing.
yeah.
Wow.
Incredible crosser. Like went to Liverpool, obviously did well, but a loose cannon.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
I think we all see that. I remember one time he was taking a corner and the camera just zoomed in on his tag. I was like, bro.
Done it well.
I remember that game.
He was one of the ones that was nice to youth team players though. Like it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's after the youngest.
Yeah, it wasn't rough to the young boys, but he liked to party.
Yeah.
Enjoyed himself, but
Yeah, he weren't living right.
top player.
Who would you say you've learnt the most off at Blues? Like what player?
Birmingham.
Yeah. Obviously Steve Bruce was the manager.
Yeah.
I'm
Looked after me.
trying to think who was there at the time.
Guy called Julian Gray.
Yeah.
Gray looked after me, so I used to room with him on like first team,
Yeah.
pre-season tours. For sale, I used to do gym sessions with him. Like he took me under his wing a little bit. But we had big players. We had Heskey at some point. So
Yeah.
we had,
Oh yeah.
We get meal.
Heskey came, and that was
That must have been turmoil for the fans, no?
Where?
Villa and
He went to Villa after, innit?
after.
oh yeah, true. Oh yeah. Sorry, my years are my
You're
history's a bit bad. I went good at
Long
history.
day.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Okay, cool. So from Birmingham, you went to
Aberdeen. on loan.
Aberdeen, yeah. How did you find the adjustment to just in Scotland?
Yeah, that was interesting as well.
I thought down here was cold.
Tell them about the weather, about the hill that you told me.
So I even started off from when I actually got told. So they asked me on like let's say Wednesday. Steve Bruce was like, Aberdeen are coming through on loan. Do you want to go? I was like, yeah. Just straight up there. And he was like, no. I was trying to think about it. I was like, no. I want to go.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Why were you so eager?
I just wanted first team football.
Okay.
So I was
That's a big move, to be fair.
18.
No, I'm just man said
Aberdeen's
yes
a big
without-
club.
man said think about it, and you just said yes. There you go. I was thinking, what was the reason behind?
Just they were in Europe. So
Okay.
they'd qualified for Europe. I was 18. Reserve football. Like I got into reserves at 16. So I've been playing like a year and
I
a
got
half.
bored of it.
Yeah, and my focus had started wavering. I need to get out of just, yeah.
Was it getting out of a comfort zone kind of thing?
I won't say comfort zone, just repetition. And
Change the environment a bit.
Yeah, and then you see like the other boys who are my England age group or whatever, and they're starting to touch first team. I've had my debut, but I'm not really getting regular game time. And so I'm like, okay, I've been training first team for a while. I need to go and play with men and really learn. Manager came in, so on, let's say the Wednesday. I said, yeah. I said, now I have time to think about it. I came back on Thursday. Listen, I want to go. I've looked at it. He said, all right, cool. They got a game. Signed. Flew up on Friday to Glasgow because they had a game in Glasgow. I was on the bench on the Saturday, and then with the team going on the bus back after the game. So I remember I decided on Wednesday, so I didn't really look at Aberdeen, like location where it is.
I didn't do his due diligence.
Didn't do the research. I'm after the game. I'm on the bus. I sleep. I wake up. An hour's passed. We're still on the bus. Oh, this place is a bit far. 2 hours. Still on the bus. I'm asking, and the players are like drinking. So I'm like, what's going on here? Like, are they hiding it from the manager? That's one of the players who like, oh, how far is it? Like, oh, probably about 45 minutes left. So I'm thinking, Aberdeen's like up north.
Like right on the coast, is it?
Right on the coast.
Yeah.
Northeast. And I'm asking players, are you like allowed to drink? I said, yeah, after an away game, you can have a few beers on the bus. Obviously, at Birmingham, that was not even forbidden. Okay, this is different. It's
The
a
culture
change.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a culture change. They used to have like win or lose on the booze. That was a saying.
Wow.
Bro.
I never heard that. That's a new one to me.
Can you break that down for me?
But yeah, so went up there, started playing regularly, like, and just understanding how even like the bonus structure was a considerable amount of your salary was in bonuses. So they needed that win, like needed it. So when we didn't win, or I didn't have even that luxury to muck about, it was like, listen, you're a good player. We need you to win games for us. So luckily enough, scored my first start. And then the European games came. So just that year was just loads of experience.
Tell us about the European games. I wish I already know, but tell these men about the European games.
That was what Champions League? No,
Yeah,
Europa,
League.
right? Yeah.
So our group stages was, who would it have been now? So the first game was Panathinaikos away, which was my debut for Aberdeen. So I played like the last 10 minutes or so. Then we had Copenhagen, Atletico Madrid,
Ooh.
and
Big teams.
Aguero and that.
Aguero and Forlan up front.
Jeez.
And remember Maxi Rodriguez?
Yeah.
I can't remember who the fourth team was. But yeah, then we qualified from the group, and then we got drawn against Bayern Munich.
Hey.
And who was the centre back?
Lucio. They had Tony Cruz, Podolski,
Would you say that Aberdeen experience kind of shaped your career moving forward?
without a shadow of a doubt.
And you,
Tell this man what you did to Lucio, though. That's all I want to hear.
would you to Lucio, fam? I'm scratching.
Do you know what? You don't even know half the story, because obviously when I tell it with like some romance out. That game, got an assist, I tell the good things. So the first half, Aberdeen were having it off, like we're on fire. So had an assist. So we went 1-0 up. Then I think it was Luca Toni scored. Then I scored. Then it was 2-2. So first half was just incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying myself and obviously doing my thing. That's when I met Lucio.
I knew he was gonna say Megs.
So I'm playing like winger, but I'm playing a lot number 10.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
drifting in a lot.
Free rotating.
Yeah. Second half, they bring on Philip Lahm.
Oh.
Locked me up, bro. Locked me.
Man said, no more of that drifting rubbish.
I didn't know, like, obviously I'm still young, but
But that's even that in itself, though, is like bringing him on to deal with you. That in itself is respect.
yeah, but it's
Philip
a
Lahm's
steep learning curve.
yeah.
You know when you think, okay, get the ball, dribble. That's not working right. Let me come in field. That's not working right. Let me run in behind. That's not. He had everything patterned.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, he's that guy, though, to be fair.
Yeah, he is.
We don't look it, though.
Come off, bro. You've had enough.
You've had a good one.
run.
You had a good run.
Well, we got a big game Saturday. Come sit down.
Yeah, let's respect ourselves.
Would you say he's the hardest or the toughest opponent you've played against?
It's hard because I was naive
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the time.
We say in your prime, you would have just ripped him up. Yeah.
No, but I think I would have just tried something
Different.
different.
Change the wing.
You couldn't hold some of this.
She was doing.
Bro, sometimes you gotta switch the wing. You gotta know when you're getting beat.
All right, big man, I've handled this for long enough. Let me go wing back.
And then he was running like he was attacking. So he was like making me run back to the box.
Yeah.
It was a long evening.
Yeah. He's a legend though, to be fair. So
I mean, World Cup winners.
yeah.
Roberto.
I like Roberto, man.
Bro, the
Fry fish
squad
Brazilian man.
Rah.
So yeah, that was the
What was
home
that?
leg.
Huh? You want to say that again? Some chess?
Some fry fish Brazilian
Oh
man.
my goodness, mate! I swear the pitch was horrific. I swear he played in like white freeze. The molds, white freeze. You know the molds are small. Like what moves to them? I got my studs on. Nah, bro, this guy was just vibes in.
Hey, like, man, you have to put the white freeze up, Sam.
I didn't know white freeze made me. Yo,
Then we have the away leg 2 weeks later.
at the Allianz.
Allianz.
Yeah.
Held 5.
Was it 5-1, was it?
5-1.
Quickly.
Yeah, I remember that.
From kickoff, back, Podolski off the crossbar. And,
Eesh.
well, no one had touched the ball in our team. You know when you look around, you're like,
It's gonna be a long night.
long night.
I bet you lot are feeling confident after the first leg as well.
Goodness me, that was a tough one. But
How long you was on Aberdeen at loan for? Just the one
loan.
season?
Yeah, and then eventually went back there permanently.
Yeah.
So did
Okay.
3 years there.
How was that experience adapting to the culture? And now that you're actually there, you live there, you're probably eating haggis and that.
Deep fried Mars bars and all them things.
Yeah, deep fried. Yeah, it's a thing. Deep fried Mars bar.
No,
Did you try one, though?
Nah, I can't try that.
Deep fried
to say.
pizza.
Deep fried.
They deep fry everything.
Oh.
Find everything.
Oh, America's bad.
Um,
You go Aberdeen.
it was alright. It was good. It
Yeah.
was, when it's like the winter is cold, and then the pitch is like the stadium, a road, a bit of grass, and then the sea. And when it,
I thought you were gonna say like the Astros. Imagine that the sea.
The
That's
North
what I thought that was a training picture.
The sea, yeah, the sea's the training pitch.
Some man Rose Zeddy is going to Free Willy and that.
oh my goodness, it's cold up there.
Yeah,
when it
wow.
snows.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So what did you do for training? Like just training indoors?
Yeah, event like my third season there. They built there was like a local sports complex and had a full size indoor, so we got to use that after a while. But the first 2 years, just training was off. We trained in the snow.
I remember you telling me that you used to be able to see the wind and the rain coming.
It come in horizontal. Like wind wouldn't hit you from it would just hit your face.
It's cutting.
Yeah, it's so cold. But then it was good. You know, I had great experiences there. Obviously, the European years, then playing obviously the big games, Rangers Celtic being the big one. Just playing against.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you made the move to Rangers.
Yeah, so finished with Aberdeen. The contract ran out, and then to be honest, that was not really the move I was supposed to make. Like, so I was going to come back down south to England.
Yeah.
Wasn't there opportunity to come back to Blues as well?
No, I was not gonna.
Wasn't that?
No, that was whilst I was still at Aberdeen.
Oh, okay.
They wanted me to come back.
Oh, okay.
The loan period, but they wanted to come back in January, and the Bayern Munich game was in February.
Big man.
No.
Wait, one more.
I've done
Hold
the
on,
group
look
stage. Let me but that obviously if you're 18, England international, you score against Bayern Munich and you go through European group stages. That's when I was like, okay, come back to England. And
Yeah.
but Aberdeen and Birmingham just did one deal, and I was just back in Aberdeen.
You didn't have no say, just yeah.
I had to say, but yeah, it was more like okay. So I went on loan to Blackpool for for a month.
I remember.
Worst loan I could have made. Just had food poisoning.
Were they a champ at the time?
Champ,
Yeah.
Didn't pay for my hotel, so I was like, it was just a mess. So I just didn't settle. It didn't work out well. So after that, I was like, I can't come back and play reserves. Like I was just so adamant,
Not to do that.
Reserve football is not for me. Like,
Yeah,
go out and play games. Tell young boys to today, just go out and play as many games as you can.
Wes Morgan's a good example of that.
Harry Maguire
Yeah,
had like 200 games by the time he was.
yeah. Wes Morgan's like
20
400 and odd
Yeah.
before Prem.
Fair enough.
So finished with Aberdeen, and if you're below 24, I think the rule is a team or like they can claim compensation for you for bringing you through, but it's supposed to be for like academy players. Aberdeen were claiming they were due compensation, so that just slowed down. Every time I thought me and my agent thought we were on a free. Every time I'll go sign with a club, Aberdeen was to come and say, "Oh, we want," and quote one crazy figure, 6 figures. So clubs were like, "Oh, what? We thought you were free." Like, 'cause it just slowed everything down. So I had like 4-5 months out of football.
Yeah, I remember.
Wow.
Just clubs were like, "Oh, we didn't know what to do." Blah blah blah. So it was just
Did you have some good offers at the time?
I missed out on some good clubs to be fair. But it never got down to like the nitty gritty of okay, this is what you're gonna be earning, because it was like there's this grey area of signing you,
Yeah.
and we don't want to be hit with a fee.
Fine.
We don't know what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So I had to go back up to Aberdeen and talk to them and negotiate. It was just always I'm not getting paid, I'm not doing anything, and bills are coming out, and my head was just spinning. But to be fair, that looking back was a good learning curve for me too as well, because it just made when I got to Rangers eventually, I signed for Rangers. I was so like had so much pent up frustration, and I was angry at like the situation and not being able to play, and I was just on a tear.
Yeah, I can see in your stats.
I was like, Wikipedia help you.
Yeah, seeing his stats. I'm like, yo, man was linging. So obviously you've gone to Rangers now. That's like the big club
Huge.
of Scotland.
Yeah, huge. I didn't know how big it was until I turned up. Like I'd been playing against them, and obviously everyone knows Old Firm, but I didn't know how
Yeah.
the pressure, the scrutiny. From when I signed, there was maybe I got banned for diving, which I thought was harsh because he actually did touch me. But they brought out this new rule where if you simulate, you can you miss 2 games, whatever. So they're looking for someone to.
Yeah.
So I'm test case Rangers. Like, all right, I remember going to Tribunal at Hampden, and there's 3 old men there. From when I walked in, I'm like, I'm finished.
Yeah.
Guilty.
What video comes up, I'm done.
Yeah.
So then after that, I was on the back page of the paper for like 10 days straight,
What?
just for different things. I was like, bro, give me a rest. Like,
How did that affect you at all, or how did you deal with that?
and that's, like, I loved it. I can't lie to you. I really enjoyed that Rangers pressure. Like
Really?
the like, home games, 50,000, 55,000, no matter who you're playing. 15 minutes in the game, if you're not winning, you start hearing like, and you know, them sides you're hearing, I start hearing them ones, and I just loved it. I just thrived off it.
What was your first Old Firm derby like?
The first one was away.
Yeah.
We lost, but it was like you can't hear anything for 90 minutes. Like, no point calling for the ball because the guy can't hear you. So it's just
Hand
trying
signal.
to
Yeah,
work
sign
out the
language.
signals. Yeah,
Yeah. That's
Um,
mad. That's one of the things on my
tempo
bucket
of the
list.
game. Like if you go, I'll tell him go and watch a game.
Yeah, that's
It's
my bucket list
incredible.
still.
Tempo of the game is just fast. The referee can't really control the game. The tackles are flying, and the build up to the week before the game, the city's just
Yeah,
just
rocking.
buzzing.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, Rangers was incredible. Then that second Old Firm game was the second. Yeah, it would have been. It was at home. We won 4-2. I scored the first goal. So
I watched that game.
yeah, that was one of my favourite goals of my career. But just that whole, like I said, the whole Rangers experience, just a huge, huge club. And then, because I had so long out of football as well, I didn't do a pre-season. So I did I had to train with them for like a week. And maybe had another week after I'd signed for the first game. And then they just started playing me straight away. So I wasn't even fit as well. So I knew in my head that, listen, if I don't get in the first 60 minutes, I ain't getting this team. So
Yeah.
I was just, from the beginning, listen, I'm all action. I'm dribbling, I'm shooting. So at 60 minutes, I'm falling off a cliff. Like. So I was just banging teams and scoring. And you also half know as well that you see in a tunnel, like these teams,
You're scared.
you ain't ready.
Yeah.
Like, you don't believe you can actually beat us. So you know if you go hard for the first 30 minutes, you get them,
Yeah.
you'll be all right.
Okay. After Rangers, you came back down
Came back down, yeah,
to England, to Hull. Steve Bruce.
again, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'd
How was that reunion?
it was good. Obviously, he knew about him from the
Right.
player. When I gone on loan to Aberdeen. He'd left to go to Wigan. So he tried to call me back before he left to go to Birmingham.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Alex McLeish came in. So he was like, oh, that's why I was like, no, I want to just stay in Aberdeen rather than go back to new manager and start fighting again.
That was Premier League too, right?
When I left, yeah, Premier League when I left.
Well, to go Hull.
Yeah, no, Championship. When I came back to Hull,
okay.
was Championship. So continued my pretty much Rangers form. Scored 8 goals in my first 23 games or so. I think more so because I was playing number 10. Like I'd stopped being a winger at this point. So managers were looking at me as number 10. So I was just close to the goal. I was getting assists and scoring. And then got injured. So halfway through the season, had a partial tear in my Achilles.
Josh King there as well.
No, he was prior to me.
Okay.
But we had a good team.
Yeah.
Good team, got promoted that year. So good year. First year in Championship. Pretty much went up second. Yeah, second. So we started off on fire and then stumbled over the line at the end. Remember the one where Deeney scored and took his shirt off?
Oh, yeah.
So that was the year we went up and we had 3 games left. I think we needed maybe 1 point or 2 points, something like that. We played Barnsley. They'd already been relegated away, lost. So I was still injured, sitting on the side thinking, glad just win a game. It's not that hard. Let's just wrap it up. We're here. We're talking about Premier League. Everyone's doubling up.
Well, I was speaking to Manny the other day about this, and you saying like the pressure hits different in that last period.
Bro, it's not for everyone,
Yeah, but it's easy to say that when you're injured though. You weren't even on the pitch.
You know what I'm saying? Pressure just in football, them big games.
But he said like in his whole career, he's never felt pressure like that.
Oh,
that last little stretch.
We need them points.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, but you already scored against Bayern Munich by now, so
That wasn't pressure.
He already made up.
There's no expectation that one.
It's
That
like
was,
that,
you know,
Like the
you
game
young
he's done the
team.
chip and dip as well. These men don't know about the chip and dip. Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
I'm hearing new things today. Man. I'm like, win or lose on the move.
This girl was inventing skills, man. Yo, teach the youngers chip and dip.
I think the bottom of Championship is actually more pressure
Yeah.
than top, but it's all the same, really. But you start seeing it anyway. Like end of season, some like relegation teams and championships, like banging teams that.
Yeah,
Like Wickham won 5 of their last 10. That's playoff form. But
so the noodles already down.
yeah, but they weren't down yet.
They were.
They were, but they still got to win them games. Bro, I'm telling you, there's pressure down there. And then like Brentford, you see Leeds did it a few years, crumbled.
So I'm saying the pressure hits different.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
You find out if you made for that them press situations. To be honest.
By now in your career, you got the call up for Nigeria. So
yeah,
you started at England.
England
How did that change come about?
15s to 19s with England, and then there was the under-20 World Cup. So I was at Aberdeen. Obviously, this is I think I'm second season in, so this is post the Europa League, and so I'm on the radar of Nigeria, and they've been trying to contact me, asking me to switch. So I got called up for England and Nigeria for the World Cup. And just growing up, when World Cup came, Nigeria was the
Team
team,
that you
in the
supported.
house. You know,
Yeah.
Kanu, Okocha, and man. So in football terms, it was a one decision where it was more of a. It wasn't like it's the one decision or what's career decision. It was like, this is just a heart decision.
Yeah.
My family want me to play for Nigeria.
Yeah.
Growing up, Nigerian World Cups was my team, so I was like, all right, let me just do it. In hindsight, I think I did it too early. But I don't regret it. So had my debut against the Republic of Ireland at Craven Cottage, and then went to Under-20 World Cup after that. But yeah, they just kept contacting me and asking me, and then eventually I just said, yeah, okay, well, I'll do that. And over England.
He was in the team at the time, was it?
My age group.
Yeah.
The Under-20 team, who would you know? Igalo was the
Oh,
striker.
yeah.
What? He's the same age as you.
Same age, bro.
Moving on.
I'm not involved.
Igalo's the same age, bro. Don't do that.
I didn't do it. Someone else did it.
when we went to the under 20 before they went to camp first.
I like it, Igalo, so let's move on. I want to
When we went
tarnish
to
his name.
camp though, there was a few that was like, "Come on, you
Yeah, and he's
you
one of
can't
them.
come. Like, he's way too old, bro." Yeah. But he wasn't one of them.
He was the younger looking one.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's your people.
I'll do it right now if I could.
He was in the first team at the time.
Squad would be
Was that Obi Mikel?
Obi Mikel,
Yeah.
Johnny Taka, roomed with.
Yeah.
Carney was still there. Taiwo.
Was it like a different culture shock going from Aberdeen to Africa?
Yeah, the squads I first went to were all in England, following off. They were all in London. So that was, relatively straightforward. I'm a London boy, so that was, London/Birmingham, but that was easy. And then, but the actual training, the way they operate was very different. Like training could be like 11v11 for like an hour. Bro, we've got a game in like 2 days. It's mad.
Yeah.
Like warm up, possession, 11v11 for
That's
ages.
old school. That's old school. That is.
Yeah, just not even just like shape, like walk
And
through.
were they like flying into tackles and that as well?
You know them tackles,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. NFL tackles.
Yeah,
What
need
the-
the cricket pads.
But the standard was high. Like our Nigerian team had a lot of Europe like players playing in top leagues.
Yeah.
Like even like Mikel's.
Was Obafemi in that one?
No, he wasn't in that squad. Like Yakubu, Aigbeni.
Big yak.
Yeah.
Who else would have been there?
You say
Then
Yobo.
Wingy,
You say Yobo, wasn't it?
Yobo.
Big Yobo.
Yeah.
Then Wingy was a standout back then as well. Actually,
Yeah, he was good still.
Yeah.
very good. Him and Mikel were the two that I looked out for.
Now you've played in a couple African nations.
Nope, didn't go to
Yep.
any competition.
No. Was he
No.
injured?
World Cup, I was injured.
Okay.
So the first World Cup, I was in the squad before the World Cup and finished the season injured, so I missed out on that one. That would have been 2014. When was the World Cups? 2012.
It's on a
2012.
quiz, so we can't answer.
The one after that, 2012, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So yeah, that never played in competition for Nigeria, just friendlies and competitive games.
Yeah.
And managers changing and politics, and it was
Gets all silly.
Yeah, it gets real silly.
Did you score any goals?
I did. So
Yeah. What was your first goal like?
That's a story for you. So we're in a home game against South Africa.
Yeah.
South Africa never beat Nigeria in a game.
Yeah.
Never. So it's a big thing between the two teams as well. So it's
What do you mean never?
South Africa have never beat Nigeria up until like a few years ago when we started messing around. But Nigeria was a powerhouse in Africa, you know.
Ever?
Ever.
Damn.
Super Eagles didn't, when it came to South Africa, we didn't mess.
Yeah.
So we're playing them at home in Nigeria, and bearing in mind fan bases in Africa
Different.
different.
Yeah.
I can
Atmosphere
imagine.
different. Away games, you think, should we really win this? Like it's touch and go. Like
Yeah.
so we're playing South Africa, and I'm on the bench, losing 2-0. Come on, half an hour left, score 2, draw 2-2, never get caught up again.
What?
Did everyone in the squad get dropped?
Last
I feel like
game-
there's a part of the story you're not telling, bro. No, it makes no sense, my guy.
Let me just say this: there's some things that you can't control. I just control what I can control. I don't know what happened.
So you played 30 minutes
Played 30 minutes, came on,
when you're 2-0 down,
2-0 down,
scored
2.
both goals,
I'm playing in Premier League.
I never get
and
called up
never
again.
even.
Don't touch squad again.
Did the manager change?
No, there's one more game with him and a new manager.
Oh, the FA was like, nah.
Yeah,
Nigeria
you got to
FA was-
explain that one still, Carl.
I wish bro, genuinely not even off air. I wish I knew.
We're not talking about that one. Like,
All sorts of rules started coming in. Like you have to be. It was like Hull got relegated
yeah.
that year, and it was like, oh, you have to be playing your top league to play for the national team. What? All right. So you could be top league in like Czech Republic. Or
Championship.
So, but the championship is a higher
Championship.
standard, but that don't count because it's not the top league.
yeah, and then it was.
That don't make no sense.
I got a bit older and we're focusing on youth. But when I was a young player, I was like, oh, your time will come. Like, just say it.
You
Tell me the truth.
You did something.
or I didn't do something.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do. Okay.
we go talk off air. We go talk.
Right. Now, you also did a loan move to China.
Yeah, so that's a couple of years ago.
How was that? Like, how did
How
that
did
even?
like materialize? Like,
That's long. I was at Reading. Got Chinese owners,
okay,
so they own a team in Belgium, a team in China.
So they're like the
so they own the team that you went to.
Yes,
Okay,
like the RB franchise.
yeah, Beijing Renho.
Okay,
Team was called. So this was my second year at Reading. So the manager who signed me has left. New manager's come in. It's just not growing great yet. To be fair for me at Reading. Not that no fault for the manager, just in general, just it's not working out. Teams going through changes, and I mean I was there 4 years. I had 5 managers, so the club's going through that turnover phase.
Yeah.
So it's now like, all right, I'm telling the club, listen, is this working? Yeah, should we part ways? And the club was, again, part of the club were like, yeah, we'll sell you. The owner's like, no, not saying you yet. Like, we want you to stay at the club. And I'm like, listen, it's not for me. Let's just call it a day. Let's move on. Brought some offers to them. So a couple of clubs have come in. They say no. And then a couple from abroad. And they're like, oh, would you go abroad? And I was like, yeah. Like, I'll look at it. And they're like, well, what about China? I'm like, you know what I mean?
Let's look a bit fast still.
Yeah,
I wasn't thinking that far, bro.
you know what I mean? Like, the teams are doing it, bro.
I was thinking Spain.
Yeah, like it's morning there now.
But the owner's like, how do they picture it? It's like, you know, by the time you come back, things might have changed. And we've had when I signed for Reading, Chinese clubs wanted to. A lot of Chinese clubs asked about you, so it's something that we could sell you to a big team in China. Okay. So they're looking at it from a point of view of, we've had inquests about you before, from when we signed from Fulham, from Chinese clubs. We bought you. So if you don't like it here, what about going out on loan there or stay here? So I was like, do you know what? I'm 29 at the time. It's a new experience. Obviously, financially, it's different. It's different.
Was Tevez out there at the time?
Yeah. No. Tevez has come back. Mascherano was out there.
Hulk out there?
Was out there. Oscar's out there.
Yeah. The man collecting different wages.
You went in that time.
Yeah. So
I'd have gone China too.
yeah, it was obviously they're saying, listen, I'm kind of in the peak of my career. That's half why I don't want to. If it's not working here, let me go some good years. So going to China for me is a risk, because coming back, I don't know how clubs are going to view it.
Yeah. I think the only person that's really done it is like Carrasco.
Yeah,
he went China and
he came back to a club that was Atletico.
Yeah, he came back to his club that sold
owners have like a link between the two clubs, so that helps. I was like, okay, if I come back after a year, I'll have 18 months left on my contract with Reading. That gives me time to
still do bits,
still do something, and teams understand that no, he's still hungry, he still wants it, blah blah. So I was looking at police and thinking, this might not be worth it, but they made it a good package financially, and the manager was good, the team was good. I spoke to Murphy. This happened in like December. We're talking before the January window, and the Chinese window opens in February, I think it is. So we had like 8 weeks of going through it, getting the visa, all that stuff.
Yeah,
went out there, and it is
culture shock.
Oof, but Beijing is a city, incredible place to live. Incredible, shopping, food, lifestyle, anything you want. It's like a London in Asia. So it was good.
Outside that wall, though,
the football though is different.
Were they like more technical?
Nah, it's just I feel like the rules are different. Like the
the balls are smaller.
You're only allowed 3. It's assigned 4 foreign players. Only 3 can be on the pitch at the same time.
Right.
So the quality of foreign players is so much higher than the local players.
Like Champions League Tuesday.
Yeah, so they have like there was Guangzhou had like Talisca.
Oh yeah,
One of the
he's
best-
different gravy, isn't it?
Oh my goodness me!
He's
he
a
needs
top.
to be in
He's a
Europe.
top talent.
One of the best players I played.
Is he still out there now?
When I left, he was. I imagine so.
He was like tipped to be like the next
The
big
next
thing
big-
from
yeah.
Big Benfica.
I can see why. He
Bro.
was
Left foot's a joke.
a joke. Great in the air, fast, could dribble.
Mm.
So and his team was him, Paulinho, who was at Barcelona,
Oh yeah.
and I think that was Elkerson, another Brazilian striker called Elkerson. Now they're scoring all the goals, making all the assists. So the tactics is for every team is okay, like almost man mark their three best players.
Mm.
So it wasn't a case of like 4-3-3 or high presses. These guys do everything. Stop them.
Yeah.
And leave the rest of the fry fish man. Them.
All the best Chinese players in 3 teams, and you have to start a game with I think it was 4 players under 21. Might even be 5 players.
Yeah, the regulations sound mad.
There wasn't enough good Chinese players, not disrespectfully, but across all the teams. So regularly, every game after first time the ball went out, make substitution. That a young Chinese boy's coming off after 1 minute.
Wow.
But in their head, they're promoting Chinese young players. But I'm like, but they're not ready.
Yeah.
They're pushing something that's not
Yeah.
ready yet. But they just have a lot of those.
Does it count as an appearance though?
Yeah.
Gets his appearance.
100%.
Yeah,
huh?
it's a
Sound like,
bonus.
sound like when
Yeah.
you're telling me about them international caps, them man.
Bro, listen. I'm telling you.
So little things like that made the league like just very different to here. Away games, 3-hour flight.
Bruh.
You know, China's a big place.
Yeah.
But like I said, the lifestyle, even some things like I've never seen this before anywhere else in the world. Like their trains,
Rapid.
rapid, 200 mile an hour. But inside the train, like you could write flat, still, no
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah.
Just technology just out of this world. Their
Yeah.
hotels, 6-star, 5-star,
Mad.
But yeah, living there. Other things like there's no Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitter, all that stuff. Don't
Yeah,
work.
all that.
Google. So
Don't
keeping
work.
Even like WhatsApp, I think as well.
WhatsApp
Yeah.
don't work. You just open, it's be loading, never work.
Yeah.
You have to have like a VPN to like make your phone think it's another country.
Yeah.
And then the internet's slow, but you can use it.
It's something to do with like the social laws, basically.
Yeah. They're
I ain't know that.
Politics.
facial recognition software
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
It's serious.
They have like their own. They don't have YouTube. They have like another version.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is.
Some things they have, I'm like, I wish we had that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
even like Beijing, the city, like if you leave the city to come back in, there's like toll roads around the whole city. You need your passport to get back in.
Wow.
So when like
So
COVID
it's really a
do like a
different country.
lockdown, their lockdown is that's why they were open. So like you lot are staying here, like it's locked.
I said it's locked.
So when
Didn't
that
go where
first
you want,
wave
boy.
hits, yeah,
Yeah.
so we didn't understand how they could do it so different. But because I lived there, I was like,
It's possible.
They can do that.
very possible. Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
possible that they don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
But it was a great place to live.
Okay.
Football was good.
Cool. Right. It's that time of the show. The No Tekkers Quiz.
Jesus
hot
is
seat?
Lord.
Yeah, this
Do you
Yeah,
want
it gets warmer, man. Don't
Ah,
worry.
that should be alright.
So, rules of the quiz. You get 3 minutes to answer 10 questions.
You look nervous, my G. Relax.
It's a hot seat, man. You get 3 minutes to answer 10 questions. You get a point per question. You get correct. You can pass a question if you don't know the answer and come back to it later. What other rules are there?
First answer.
Best answer.
Oh yeah, your first answer is the final answer.
Yep.
Quartz, you got the time?
Do you want any time checks? You want a minute? Every minute? 30 seconds?
Question number 10. Ask me with like 10 seconds left because once you start, you gotta let me finish.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, well,
Sound like
that too.
man's
So if
getting
the time
the tactics in,
goes.
you know?
You sound like you watch a show.
And I know the level with these questions.
Man said question number 10. I ain't gonna get there.
These questions start getting too hard.
The record at the moment is 6.
That's toppy, innit?
Yeah, Toppy and Jordan.
And,
Yeah.
and Mr. Bon Gerard.
Yeah.
If you
So
don't beat toppy, you know, Zambia. We're getting to no pressure.
right,
Fellow Nigerian.
are you ready?
Let's go.
Question 1: Who was the first Nigerian player to play in the Prem?
Boom.
Jeez. Kanu.
Incorrect. It
Oh,
was
Who?
left back for Chelsea.
Babiaro.
Gabiaro.
nah. It was
Still wrong.
Ethan Ikoku.
Efe Koko.
Yeah.
But-
That was him. That's
he
his
played
name.
for
Right?
Nigeria, he did.
You're wasting time, my guy.
Question 2. Name me 5 Nigerian strikers that have played in the Prem.
Odemwingie,
Yep.
Yakubu,
Yep.
Kanu,
Yep.
Igalo,
Yep.
Johnny Tako.
Yeah, correct. Question 3. Name me 3 Nigerian players that have won the Champions League.
Obi Mikel.
Yep. What is the question?
Kanu.
Yep, correct. One more. You won in the same team as Kanu as well.
Are we throwing out clues now? Yeah.
It's too early to help them, fam.
That would have been Arsenal. Obviously. Inter. Pass.
Question 4. In which World Cups did Nigeria make it to the round of 16? I'll give you a clue. It was
98.
3. Yep. 1.
2018.
Incorrect. So 2014 and 94. They made it to the round of 16. Question 5. In 2013, Nigeria won the African Cup of Nations 1-0 against Burkina Faso.
Yep.
Who scored the winning goal?
Moses.
Incorrect. Sunday Emba. Question 6. Messi has won the Ballon d'Or 6 times. Can you tell me what year he won them?
Jesus.
Come on, bro.
Just pass, man. Just pass. Don't waste your time.
Come back to that.
Question 7. Who is currently the highest goal scorer in world football?
What do you mean by that, bro?
So he's currently playing the highest goal scorer
This season?
in
European top leagues.
ever.
Oh, ever.
Yeah. Currently still playing. So across all the leagues, the player that scored the most goals, they're still playing.
It sounds too easy to be true, but it's got to be Ronaldo.
Correct.
You don't want to say it.
How many? Question 8. How many Premier League trophies did Wayne Rooney win?
Ten seconds.
4.
Incorrect. It was 5. Question 9. Which 2 teams made it to the Champions League final 2013?
Barca.
Time.
Incorrect. It was Bayern and Dortmund.
Question 10, no?
That was question 2.
That was question 9. But you
Make it
timed-
to-
3 minutes is.
like 3 minutes is up.
Whoa, did I not say, give me 10 seconds, it's like question 10.
Yeah, you have to get to question
Yes,
2.
yes, yes, yes. I gave you 10 seconds. We got to 9. I did what I could. I tried to help.
What was the points?
3.
Oh, so not bad.
I think it was 3.
And I've messed up on a lot there.
Do you know what it is? When you think
And he
about
said
it,
a couple
it's, like, nah, it's so
confidence
obvious.
as well.
Yeah. It's so obvious, but I don't want to say because if I get it wrong, it's going to be long.
Question 1 was who the first Nigerian player to play in the Prem. You got that wrong, didn't
Wrong.
you?
Yeah.
5 Nigerian strikers you got right.
Yeah.
Name me 3 Nigerian players that won the Champions League. So you had
Passed.
Mikel, Kanu, and Finidi. George Finidi.
Yep.
That was in the Ajax team. The World Cups that Nigeria made to round of 16 was 94, 98, and 2014. Sunday Emba scored the winning goal in the African Nations Cup. Messi, Ballon d'Ors, was 09, 2010, 11, 12, 15, and 19.
Messi himself ain't getting that.
You got the Ronaldo question correct. Wayne Rooney Premier League trophies was 5.
Should have got that.
The 2 teams that made it to the Champions League final 2013 was Bayern and Dortmund when Robin did the mad thing. And the last question, question 10, was Rangers v Celtic, also known as the Old Firm Derby. Which team has the most wins from this game?
Rangers.
Correct. So
I'm taking that.
So it was actually 2. That would have been 3.
Nah, it would have been 4.
No, I miscounted. My bad. Yeah, you got 2.
Nigerian strikers. Ronaldo.
That's it.
22.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I was
no,
counting the
and
one.
CR7.
No, there was. Go for the questions again.
So you got the
Question 2, right?
Question 2, yeah.
And Ronaldo. What was the other one you got right? There you go.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow, the Old Firm one.
Yeah. So 2. So yeah, you've joined an elite list of relegation man. There's quite a few
There's
there.
actually people lower than you, so you're alright.
So yeah, right, cool.
Man, they're trickier though. If you have a club, it's easier than a national team. Fact.
Yeah, I was gonna do
be fair,
league
you
club.
should make places for
It's
that.
narrow information. National team is across leagues.
He stitched you. He said, "Don't give anything."
I said because
related.
we had a lot of United fans already, so I said, you know what, we got a full international. Let's switch it up.
You don't hear the story, man. He came on with half an hour to go, yeah, scored 2 and never got called up again.
I didn't notice at the time.
Right. So yeah, relegation. Sorry, my friend. Right, it's that time of the show. Fraud Watch. Welcome to Fraud Watch, where players, managers, or anyone involved in football have bamboozled the world into thinking that they are better than they actually are. Fraud Watch. So,
Are you shaking your head?
Nah, you lot been doing man so dirty on this fraud.
Let's get into it.
So dirty.
so I assume you know what Fraud Watch is.
We need to clarify the rules again.
So,
crystal clear.
Any player or manager
Yeah.
that has bamboozled the world into thinking that they are better than they actually are. So you'll have basically someone who's stealing a living. It's only based on this season. So if you're comparing them to last season and they're doing horrible this season, then that counts as well. And that will continue the next season
So
as well.
someone who is making people think they are better than they are.
Yeah.
So I've got like a...
So like a Di Maria, who everyone thinks is elite. Not quite elite.
Don't do that.
So you can't let it go, can you?
Di Maria's elite.
Well, we have our rank system. So you got the alien,
Only
elite,
2 in that.
world class, top class, and then the rest of them
Rubbish.
man there.
We don't go that low.
2 aliens.
Yeah.
Then
Everybody
you got
else.
elite,
Yeah.
world class,
Top class.
top class,
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Basically.
So someone who, let's say, we're saying is world class, but no, people think he's elite, but really he's world class. He's,
Yeah.
that's,
me, Di
that's a
Maria.
bamboozle. Okay, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Just
Yeah.
making sure. All right, because there's some people on your list, boy. That
But now that I've explained the list, do you disagree with any of them?
you have this. However, yeah, I do.
Which ones?
How is Dan James on that list, bro?
Yeah. Hey,
Dan James is a Hall of Famer.
No,
I think you need to be careful before you. How much do you value this friendship?
We spoke about this off air a couple times already. It's all right.
the only pushback with Dan James is no one thought he was ready for Man U anyway. So how can you say he's a fraud? We didn't think he was that good.
Because you should be in League 2 somewhere.
Nah, come on, don't that, bro. He was a. You didn't
He
see
was
the
what?
championship,
He was what?
Bro, he
He was what?
he finished red in championship. Tell you that for free, bro. In championship, he was a dangerous player.
Because he was fast.
He's got one world class attribute: speed kills.
And what else has he got?
He's got one world class attribute.
Well, there you go.
Speed kills.
Exactly.
No, I'm saying his other parts of his game.
He's
all right.
disgraceful.
No, he's like Theo Walcott.
No, he's not.
Ooh.
Theo at least had a brain.
Dan James he scored 3 in his first 4 United games.
Because that's just confidence.
So if
He's
he's
got a big
confident,
boy move. He's like, yes, I'm at United.
No, the point
There's
is-
no way I should be here.
pushback
Let me
is-
just enjoy it.
the pushback is, like I said, you didn't. No one when he signed, even Man United signed for how much?
Like 15 mil.
How much they signed of a young boy from Diallo?
I don't know, but
Big piece.
either
Like
way,
24, something like that.
Yeah.
Nah. Check it.
like 30 mil,
40.
39 mil.
Big piece
39
still.
mil.
It's a
40
big
mil.
piece.
But there's a
So if Man United sign a player for 15 mil, it's like Bebe. We don't really think you're going to be doing it anyway. So anything we get from you is a bonus.
No.
I hear that.
If he wasn't Giggs' boy, he's not getting signed.
If Bebe did what Dan James did, he won't be as bad a flop as he is now. Bebe brought nothing to the table.
If Dan James wasn't
Nothing.
Welsh and Giggsy didn't say buy him, he
Can't
would
trust
not be
Giggs.
at Man
I'm
United.
not
Can't trust
saying-
Giggs neither.
I'm not saying he's ready to Man U. He's going to be a number 1 winger. I'm just saying we didn't think anything of him. So you cannot say he's a fraud.
I can because
He's in the category he's supposed to be in.
he's not, because he shouldn't even be in the Prem.
Bro, there's some average players in the Premier League.
I know, they shouldn't be. And they're the ones that's on fraud watch.
No, but the,
So name
the
them.
bottom of
Put them on fraud watch.
bottom of Prem
At the-
and the top of Champ is the same league. So if you say he can be top of Champ, he can be bottom of Prem.
I don't think he's top of champ.
You said the League 2.
Yeah,
Harsh.
he's
League 2 stuff, you know? You don't know about League 2, fam.
I just don't think Dan James should be there. I think that's very harsh.
Is there anyone else who disagree that shouldn't be there? Because you said you came with smoke. I'm thinking you ready to reel off the
I'm
list.
just saying with the remit of how we're doing better than we think he is. Pep Guardiola, bro.
What on Fraud Watch?
No, I'm not saying he's not a fraud. I'm not going as far as fraud. But he's rated higher.
Wait there. Mark.
Whoa.
Mark.
Yo, speak your truth, brother. Speak your truth. Talking to the mic though.
Yeah, say it with chest.
I'll say it with chest. I'll say
Why you moving nervous?
right.
You looking the cameras off?
You didn't know.
I'm saying any manager had Messi, that's an asterisk. He's bossed bare managers. Anyone who's against Barca in his prime won. It's like having Ronaldo in his prime. Mourinho, defensive coach, scored 100 goals for Real Madrid. Ronaldo, Bale, Benzema. Is he a great coach because of that? He's a good coach, but he's an attacking coach. 100 goals is a lot of goals. That's a record. So Messi, having those two aliens in your team, I kind of put asterisks of what you do against with those teams. That's my pushback against his Barca. He comes at Bayern. They won a treble before he got there, bro. That team's decked. Couldn't boss Champions League again. Left Bayern with
Did
no
he not
Champions
improve
League.
the team though?
How do you improve a team and win the treble, bro?
I mean, in terms of when their style of play and the way they play was better.
Then the treble winning Bayern. How are we measuring the style of play was better?
I'm not saying it was more successful. I'm saying
so
it
what
was
we're doing
better.
then? If I'm the owner, what do you mean the style plays better? I want to be successful. Like
No, because he took a team that was already won a treble and made them better.
No, but they didn't win as much, so they can't be better. How are we measuring better?
On the stats, look at the eye test.
The eye test, how are we measuring better?
From the league?
Oh, Bayern winning the league is...
Yeah, but they won it by like 20 points.
And?
When before they was winning like by 10 points. So it's an improvement.
So are you saying that...
I'm just saying,
that extra 10 points-
I'm just saying Pep is
Okay,
elite.
I'm not
Like-
saying, I'm disagreeing he's elite. I'm saying
He's not.
he's rated higher than what people... Like, there was a comment on this podcast. If you
Go on.
something about if you don't rate Pep or something, or he's one of the great. There's one about he's one of the greatest managers.
So you disagree that he's one of the greatest managers?
Or he's the greatest manager. And there was another one. You don't know ball if you don't rate Pep.
So you don't rate Pep?
I rate Pep. I'm saying there was no.
So you know
pushback to the
ball,
comment.
you're right?
Yeah, but I'm saying
I don't remember who made their comment, but I agree with it.
Must have been a Man City fan.
Man City. When he got there, De Bruyne was already there. David Silva was there. Aguero was there. Sterling was there. Company was there. This team was. Mancini turned up, won the league first try. Pellegrini won the league. He spent £700 million. Can't boss quarterfinals of Champions League.
Right, about to win it still.
Bro, he spent £500 million on a back four.
Yeah, it's wild.
Half £1 billion on a back four.
It's mad, yeah, because
Come on, bro.
when you look at any Man City, like
With your chest, say,
Yeah.
if you gave Mourinho £1 billion, would he
I think Mourinho's,
do a job with Spurs?
of course.
Give Mourinho £1 billion with Arsenal.
Give Mourinho £1 billion anywhere.
that's the
Well,
biggest thing
is
with
Pep
Pep
better
is
than
that
Mourinho?
people say
I think
What, the league?
they're on a par in terms of.
I don't.
I personally, I prefer Pep,
Yeah,
but that's just
Pay to watch his team.
that's what I mean.
Pep.
That's basically on what I see on the pitch and what.
don't you think
the style
Pep's
of
changed the
play.
generation of football though? Everyone plays from the keeper now. Keeper needs to be like doing 1-2s and that with 6.
Until Mourinho came to Premier League, no one was playing 4-3-3. He changed generation of football too. So every great manager can claim a generation. Mourinho didn't lose a home game for 9 years.
Yeah, it's mad still.
That is a mad stat. That means if you turn up to watch his team and you're home, I'm going home slightly happy. Guaranteed. So I'm saying Pep, I'm not saying he's a fraud. I'm saying let's say he's 8 out of 10. People act like he's 10 out of 10. By the fraud metrics, he could be a fraud.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
But
So
no one's
Pep
not
Guardiola
saying
be on
Pep
fraud
is
watch.
on fraud watch though.
My only
Is that what's going on here?
the only thing to my own
He's
argument
putting
was-
him on fraud watch. That's all I'm saying.
He didn't
He
put
had
him on. He gave a good explanation of why he could
Yeah, but
be.
this is exactly the same argument that I had for Tyrone Mings.
I'm even saying with Pep, like, I'm not sure you're good at spotting players.
I mean, he did sign Jesus, isn't it, PSC?
Exactly.
Not even to just sign him. He let Iheanacho go for him and spent 10 million more. I gotta start questioning if you can spot a player.
That's that Nigerian nigga.
Been a killer
yeah.
from the beginning.
yeah.
From the beginning, he's been a killer. And you get Jesus, alright, he's a good player too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I don't like this explanation. It's making me think.
Yeah.
But this is what I've been trying to explain to you about Tyrone Mings. Not that I don't rate him, because he's a good defender, but he's not as good as people think.
Yeah, the goal the other day that they conceded was
Exactly. But since I've said it, how many times have you watched goals and you think, bruh, he should have done better there?
I think he's good. I think he's a good defender. I know what he's saying. You think he's a good defender too, yeah.
But
I hear what he's saying,
not.
but he's not.
I just think with this forward watch, it's easy to punch down and say Dan James. I'm swinging.
No. That's how I'm But obviously, I'm a United fan.
Yeah.
So that signing vexed me. I'll be honest.
What do you think about the Mo Salah thing then?
That me was
Exactly.
Donny, bro.
Nah,
40 mil.
but I'm vexed he don't play. No,
Where's he going to play, bro? When we signed him, we knew he wasn't going to play.
but that's the thing. I didn't know he wasn't going to play.
Well, if you don't... No,
That was
if you
Van der
sign
Sar's
for
thing.
40 million...
But this is
guaranteed
United.
he
Like
can
United
play.
should rotate more than they do.
Yeah, but
they
when
don't.
we rotate, the quality... Before, the rotation was...
Because they do what they did
Solskjaer,
overnight.
Sheringham, York, Cole. No matter who we play, they're all on the same
This is
level.
what I'm saying. But if you take
Bruno
away
out,
your
I'm
whole
not-
starting 11 and then put a whole different 11, you're gonna see a difference. So like the Leicester game the other night, it's a completely different team. Of course, you're gonna see a drop
Yeah,
in
of
quality.
course.
But if you just put Danny in with Pogba and Bruno every now and again, or whoever, give him some game time with some quality, you can see what he does. He banged on his debut.
No, I'm not saying he's a good player. I'm saying my criticism is not with him, it's with Man United.
Exactly.
Why would you spend 40 million on a player you know you're not going to play? Where are we ever planning on putting him?
You know, I feel sorry for him
Everything
because
on James for me.
the best thing I see him do is just he always does that dummy run in it, like just lets the ball go past him. Like he always watch it and you spot it. He'll always do it, and I was like, poor fella, he's probably scared to touch the ball.
It's like Timo,
Yeah,
bro. Timo was like, bro, he looks painful when you're shooting. Like he didn't believe he could score.
Yeah, he's
It's hard to watch.
is he a
him
fraud
play.
watch now or
Nah.
he's
still on there?
He's got a lot to his game.
Kai Havertz had a little bright spot the other day.
But I told you he was gonna come good.
He needed it.
He's gonna come good, man. Him and Timo, they're both gonna come good.
But for now,
If they win Champions League,
League.
if they win Champions League, they'll come off.
People that got signed this year is you move to another country and you got pandemic. That's
That's a lot.
so that's a lot. Even if you're from England, that pandemic was a lot. So that I can.
You're giving Bear Man life on this fraud watch thing, man.
Except Pep.
Where's it got?
What do you think?
You got Champions League final, but this is the first time you've been here since Messi days. 1.4 billion pounds since then, or 1.1 billion pounds since then.
What
But
you
can
say,
he
man?
compensate for the Premier League trophies though? He's won 4 and 5.
That don't run, bro.
I'm not impressed.
Because Mancini did that. Pellegrini did that. Conte turned up at Chelsea 3-5-2. He did that. Like people have done that and not spent.
Half as much of you.
Conte turned up in Italy. Juventus won for 9 years. Not this year. I could argue Conte. Like if I give you £1 billion, you might finish Europe.
So who's the actual fraud watch? Pep.
I don't want to. I don't want to like it, but I'm just
I'm
saying.
just mentioning it just so you man can think
I
about
don't want to
it.
say it with chest, but you just want to mention it. Honorable mention.
Honorable mention for Pep.
If that's my honorable mention. The rest they're not players or managers. So it's
So what are they, fam?
The technical
Are they involved in football?
for man and
The technical directors.
everyone's.
Chief, you got anybody?
Nah, I don't think I have this week. Nah.
What?
Nah, I got streets to never forget though.
Well, okay, we'll get on to. I ain't got nobody either, but yeah, streets never forget.
Dembele for Tottenham.
Oh yeah,
turned
he
up
was
in
my
China
one this
as
week
well.
actually.
He turned up in China as well.
Yeah,
That Redder.
Yeah.
cold.
Trang.
Yeah, cold.
Wrong.
He's
Cold,
strong,
cold.
bro.
Yeah.
I don't know why they let him go. I don't know why they sold him, but the midfielder's not had any kind of resilience since my man left, to be fair. But
You know who I've got now actually? What was the striker for Swansea, the Spanish one?
Michu.
Michu, yeah.
Yeah.
You should never forget Michu.
What was the boy from Barcelona who ended up at Stoke?
Bojan.
Yeah,
He was hard for a while.
Yeah.
He was cold.
yeah,
Cold.
yeah.
How'd you end up at Stoke though?
I really don't know. Like
Stoke.
He was the Spanish Stodge.
Stoke.
Do you remember Fran Merida?
Arsenal. Left-footed.
Yeah. Problem.
Yeah. I made my debut for England against him. Well, actually, I watched that game. And what he did to Henry Lansbury was a joke. And they're Arsenal teammates. A man disrespected him like that. I seen man chest it down, flick it over his head. Outside foot, hook back. And Henry sliding in that.
That's
And then he
how I was on
threw
the
ball,
bench
it took
against
to-
Arsenal when I was 16. Fabregas played when he must have been a couple of years older than me, a young boy. and the team was men. That team was that back four was the Invincibles back four. I remember in Toronto thinking they just look so big.
Yeah.
Geez, if I'm gonna make it as a pro, I'm way off it because these guys are giving me no change. But Fabregas playing, just a little Spanish skinny kid. I was like, who's this boy? Joke.
Mainly didn't mention it.
Yeah, the
Said force field.
Yeah. David Silva, you're talking about David Silva.
Fam.
The best player I've played against.
David Silva
I told
David
you.
Silva. Bro, he wasn't even calling for the ball. They were calling for him.
to get it.
To David. I was like, David. Couldn't get near him. Couldn't get near him.
Ridiculous. The man will receive the ball in between us, and you still can't get it. You can't even touch him.
And they'll pass it to him. That's something that was irritating me. He's not on.
You know how disrespectful that is? He's not on. Bro, I'm stood next to him and you're still giving him the ball. Nah, like, you do not.
One
rate,
body
man.
feint out. Bam. One touch is gone. Then he'll dribble and then you try and rattle.
And the thing is, he's not fast, but you can't catch him. How's that?
Glides.
gliding.
Because like, it's almost like you think he's going to stop, so you slow down. And then he's still going.
Incredible. He destroyed us. Him, Ozil, doesn't it? Incredible as well.
He's one for the streets though.
Yeah, streets never forget Ozil.
Never forget Ozil.
I'll bust a champagne for Ozil.
How it finished at Arsenal is it's sad to see.
Sad, man,
Because
sad.
I got another mention, Julio Baptista. Streets never forget that, don't they?
To be honest, I didn't rate him that much, you know.
What?
for slightly older, for my generation, David Ginola,
Yeah.
Waller, Asprilla, Faustino Asprilla.
Yeah. Lauren Robert.
Remember that?
My man had the most powerful free kick on the streets for the
You
minute.
remember what he did when he licked up man, just stop it. Oh, nah. He was finished.
Who else was there?
Nicholas Anelka.
Oh my God, Joe Cole.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't think people rate Joe
Yeah,
Cole
he was-
as highly as
As
they're
they should.
supposed to.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
because
Like,
He was
coming
serious.
through as well, he was like the golden boy.
yeah. Man was saying like Gaza, like reincarnated.
He should. It was just like 10 years too early. If he
Yeah.
came through
Yeah.
now, it'd be.
Yeah, definitely. All right, cool. All right, so we like to get the guest all-time Prem 11 formation and the manager. So let's start there. Obviously, it has to be.
Yeah, so Alex.
It's definitely not Pep.
Yeah, not Pep.
It could be like number 3 in it.
After Jose.
Yeah.
What formation?
See, everyone was doing the cheating with the
Henri on the left.
Henri on the left.
See, all right then.
This man, yeah.
Wait there.
All right then.
What's wrong with Henri on the left, fam?
All right then.
When he came to England, was he not a winger?
No.
Nah,
was he
bro.
good then?
That's
Was
not
he
the
good?
That's not the question I asked
course
you.
it
I
is.
asked you when
So you
he came
basically
here.
want the
He
dead version of
played.
Thierry?
Yeah.
No, because he played there for Barca as well. No,
Yeah, he's dead
And
then.
where was his prime?
Fam, he had Reeboks on.
what's wrong with
Man never had the vape on Henri though. Man went talking
I
it.
mean, he had the Vapor Vroom there.
Don't disrespect Henri in the Reeboks,
Hey.
cuz, yeah? But all I'm saying is Henri can play.
Hey, man was just there for trophies, fam. We keep it G.
Henri can play on the left, bro.
Oh, honorable mention to Deco as well.
I Bon Deco.
Baller.
What?
Bon Deco. I said it with chest. Bon Deco.
Why?
Why?
I don't like him, fam. Man used to score bare deflected goals. I used to hate it. Hate it.
You sound like a true defender,
In
fam.
real life,
Stop, bro.
real life, every time I used to see him score goals, he always used to take a deflection. Always.
Man's like, you can't even
Deco's
score
quality,
properly.
fam.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how are you going to score bare goals, but all of them are deflected?
Fam, he had one facial expression and it was just calm.
Calm. Composed.
Yeah, just like this. Yeah.
No
Nah,
stress. Like David Silva, bro.
Don't put them in the same bracket.
No, I'm saying that just relax on the pitch.
So you don't think Deco's like world class?
Bon Deco. Anyway, back to the team. Is the goalkeeper from?
I'm gonna go Van der Sar.
What formation you said? 4-3-3.
Nah, I'm gonna go 3, 5, 2.
Something different.
Okay.
Something different.
So no Ashley Cole for the first time.
Two.
Oh, wait, you got 5 at the back.
3, 5, 2, bro. Wing back.
Man said that's 5 at the back, fam.
Says who?
That's defensive,
My
man.
first Premier League game against Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
Did
Do you have joy?
Did you
Or-
want to Philip Lambert to you?
Boy. That's fair. I gave him a couple of runs down the wing.
Change the
Chased
wing.
me, but his timing was perfection.
Mm.
Oh, his timing was unbelievable how good he was. Like, just as soon as I look to where the ball was and look back, he's like in line with me and running. And
Yeah.
you know, I've never been the best tracking back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd learned that a bit later, but he had my number on that one. But to be fair, like attacking him, I got a bit of joy every now and again.
Okay. Chip and dip.
There you go.
What's it? You have to say that chip in the thing, bro.
Back three: Rio, JT, Sol Campbell,
Okay.
Solid.
Solid.
Ashley Cole. Nah, 3-4-3.
Okay, so he's
Jeez.
actually left midfield now. You playing him.
You'll figure it out, bro.
So wait, the man is saying I'm cheating with Henry on left, but Ashley Cole been left midfield.
Ashley Cole used to be a
I need to
striker.
hear the whole team first.
Ashley Cole, Stevie G, Patrick Vieira, David Silva, CR7, Henry, and this last one, I'm torn between Rooney and Aguero. I could make an argument for either easily, but
So who makes the cut?
You had to put you on the spot. Rooney or Aguero? I mean, Aguero did Panenka the thing the other day, so.
thinking.
Could have won the league. and all sorts.
Many just said, nah. Nah.
I didn't even catch it.
No, you didn't catch it.
Oh, jeez. I think, yeah, Aguero, I just think his head's maybe thinking, I'm done here. Let me just finish on a high note. Panenka and
Wrong note, fam.
wrong note. What was the boy that did at Fulham?
Lookman.
man.
Took the pressure off him.
Yeah. You expect that from a young boy, not from Aguero.
I don't expect that from nobody. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Rooney.
Jeez.
I'm going to go with Rooney.
Okay.
So in the 4-3, you're 3 up top.
3-4-3.
3-4-3. I did narrow 3.
Nah, not necessarily.
So is Rooney more like a 10 or is he
No, Rooney.
the main striker?
No, Henry, my main striker.
And Rooney's on the left.
Rooney's
So you
just
put
sacrifice thing.
So you can put Rooney on the left, but you can't put Henry on the left.
No, no,
fair,
Rooney-
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 Rooney
Rooney-
play on the left.
So did he play there?
For England.
You man are
played there for
moving
United.
the goalposts differently, bro.
Nah, and they can't put on.
Nah, but he actually played there regularly. Like
Rooney was known
So
to sacrifice
why
himself.
Henry didn't play on the left?
No, he drifted to the left.
Even for France,
So
it was
even if
him
he
and
drifted,
Trezeguet.
floated,
Nah,
he
so put
slid
him up
over
top and
there.
let
He
him drift
played
there.
left, fam.
He didn't play left wing.
Brother.
Street should never forget. Zola, Gianfranco.
Gianfranco.
Yeah, Trezeguet as well. Juventus, them man there. Del Piero.
All right, say so for next week, big man.
No. I got a couple still now. I'm going to the Italian league.
Man's like, what country am I in this week?
Right, all right, cool. Shawnee, appreciate you coming on the show.
Anytime.
Anywhere the fans can find you. On the gram.
Instagram.
They know who he is,
Swear.
man.
I don't really use it.
Same name ring bells out here.
They know who he is, man.
Not really huge on the social media.
Yeah, you need to. What's that chip and dip thing?
We'll talk after. We'll save that for the Academy page.
Right, No Tekkers Podcast, episode 37. That's a wrap. Peace.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.